I've been in the same area.
Achievements, I'm just trying to think. Left 4 Dead is what I'll pick offhand, but I'm trying to think if there was anything that, felt amazing to achieve in a game. What was, I know that we talked about, first games and stuff, but what is did I ask what your favorite game was that you ever played?
You did not, and I have no good answer. I play a lot of games that I like for different reasons and different things. I could make a list before I could pick a favorite.
What about favorite genre of game then?
Oh, it depends.
It depends.
It depends. I play sports games. I play some shooters. I play sword and hack and slash and RPG. I play Skate, and I play Halo 3. I play about anything. Besides racing, I'm a terrible racer.
Oh, the Need for Speed series is one of my favorite. I've always been a racer.
I respect people who play the games. I am a terrible racer. Just not good.
I for that same thing, I really don't have. I guess Assassin's Creed 4 would be my favorite all-time game.
It's a bold statement.
It's currently, until I find something else,
right.
But the BioShock games have truly held, I should say, a place in my history of gaming and stuff. The BioShock ones, their stories and stuff, it's just so amazing, and there's no really other game that you can compare to it.
If you want to get topical, they just shut down Irrational.
I know, they did that. They only kept about 15 people of their team, and they're working on a different style type of game, they said. So that means
it's kind of crappy Ken Levine to shut down a whole studio just because he wanted to work on smaller games, but...
Right. I would have to agree with that. He said he's helping find the rest of the team go to some place, but why remove them from their home when they've already have one?
Right. I mean, if anything else, he could... Peter Molyneux, and, here's the company,
right.
Someone else can have it. I'd take it. Yeah. Hire me. Phoenix to run Irrational.
Hey, why not? Let's sign a petition for it. Phoenix and SlenderDan. Let's also hire Insadific. We need some guy from England in there for some reason. we keep talking about him and adding him into here. We'll have to tag him in each one. Be like, yeah, you're probably in every episode, just to let you know.
Yeah.
We could call this the history of our channels and random commentary. Because we've talked, I don't know, we gotta come up with a title for these. Maybe some way through.
We could go party chat.
Party chat? Yeah.
That's gamical.
Yeah, that kind of is. But, also that turns down everybody's fears of another BioShock. Probably. I think BioShock Infinite might actually be it. Forever or for a while.
I figure BioShock is big enough someone else will make another one and it'll be okay. They'll put enough money into it that it'll be alright, but I don't think it's going to be as good as the first.
Right.
But I figure there'll be another BioShock at some point.
BioShock 1 was amazing. BioShock Infinite I really loved, but BioShock 2, there was something about it that was just so good. Well, did you not like 2? BioShock 2?
I finished it and I liked it, but it wasn't BioShock.
That's interesting.
I mean, it was in Rapture, but it wasn't BioShock.
Right.
It was
personally
a game based off it.
The second one.
Yeah.
I like it out of all 3 of them, but I could actually understand after playing. See, I played 2 first.
Yeah.
And then I started filming 1 on my channel and never completed it, so I can understand why you say it's not like BioShock.
I don't know. I just kind of view BioShock as like the first one was about, I think it's socialism or communism, whatever.
Right, communism. Yeah.
And then they just all covered different things, and the second one just was loosely based on it. It was more of really kind of a shooter with the same plasmid system, and it was improved. The gameplay was improved from the first one a little bit, but the story in the first one was, ooh.
Oh, that's the same way that I feel about the second one. Like when you have your daughter and stuff, and the little sisters, and everybody. It was, yeah. I guess.
You beat the first one.
You didn't beat the first one?
Have you beat the first one?
No, that is the only BioShock game that I have not finished.
Do you know the big twist?
No.
Okay, then beat the first one and come back, and we'll see how you've changed your mind. 'Cause
Okay.
that twist is by far the best thing. That's the best twist I've ever seen in a game.
Oh, that's a bold statement.
That is a true statement. I knew the twist going into it,
Oh,
and it was still
okay.
amazing because it's so well done.
But yeah, BioShock, I love Assassin's Creeds. The first one, I played it a few years back. You know, I started gaming late because my parents were, you know, restrictive and stuff, as some parents are. And in a way, I'm kind of glad about it because now you see like little 5-year-olds playing Call of Duty and stuff.
Yeah,
And,
I'm not a big fan of that.
No. Well, I'm not particularly a fan of Call of Duty. If I got friends, we'll go, you know, to round 30, 40 and zombies and stuff because that's fun. But honestly, I've never finished a Call of Duty campaign.
Well, the campaigns are all right, just because the gameplay is solid enough. And, you know,
Right.
everyone likes Transformers for the explosions.
Right.
That's kind of how I feel about Call of Duty. Is it's a Michael Bay video game.
Right.
It's not a great story or anything, but the gameplay's fun.
Yeah.
But multiplayer, no. I've never prestiged. Never came close.
Oh. Interesting.
I'm a Halo guy.
But you know, I get into these moods where I'll play like 3 or 4 RPGs. I'll finish them. RPGs, I'm gonna say straight out, are my favorite game, and then I won't want to touch one for a while.
Because you're so filled up with those new worlds, I got you.
Right, and then you'll go do first-person shooters sometimes, whatever's there. Like you said, I personally am not. I appreciate the people that can do sports games, but I honestly can't do them. It's like you with racing. And then I'll go back and I'll get into I guess I'll call it the RPG fever. So, have you heard of a game called Spec Ops: The Line?
I've beat it twice.
That game is the only game that made me feel bad for killing people.
Amen. That was a fantastic game.
That was, and unfortunately it was only, I would have liked it to go, you know, 30, 40 hours. I finished it, I think, at 14 on, was it hard I played it on? And that game was, that really got to me as you're playing and stuff. It really engrossed you while you were playing.
I think it went about the right length. I don't know that it would have been that much better to go that much longer.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
It would have slow burned the inevitable.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But
without
that
giving
one,
away any spoilers or anything, but I don't think it...
Yeah.
Some games need to be longer, some games need to be shorter. Mass Effect 3.
True. Yeah, to not give any spoilers to anybody who hasn't played Spec Ops, but you'll know the reference that I'm giving, the one part with the snipers. That got to me, kind of.
Yeah.
That part specifically. But that is a total game that you have to pick up. I think it's $15 on Steam, and that game is so worthwhile playing.
If you can go to your local place that rents video games, find it, beat it in a day, send it back, and be happy you played it.
Yeah, it's amazing. And other games, you know, just zombie games, chopping off heads, killing people in first-person shooters, it's nothing. You know, it's just as fun to do, in my opinion, and then you play Spec Ops, and you're like, no, I didn't know, why did I do that? Yeah. Oh, as I get wiped out in killing floor. That's ironic. Alright, what is next? I don't even know how many campaigns I've just beat. Like, each level is probably about 10 minutes, maybe. So I have no idea how many I've even beat. This is actually the first time I've done something like this. I'm not even paying attention, really, to the game. So, So, traveling, where have you traveled to?
Me, personally, I have been all over Europe, actually.
Interesting.
Surprisingly. England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and then...
Dang.
The second trip, because that was just one trip. The second one was then France, Switzerland, Austria, Italy, all that.
Well, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. At risk of sounding really cocky, I'm what they call a genius.
Interesting.
And there's this program thing that the U.S. puts on called People to People. It's like a student ambassador sort of thing. Basically, you go to other countries and get to learn their cultures and try things there. And if you become a world leader later on, you you know, you're familiar with the culture and all that. And I went to it twice, and it was worthwhile.
That's really interesting. That's really cool.
And I didn't have to take world history in high school.
Oh, you got to skip out on that.
Which was not part of the reason I went, but that was just kind of cool. Oh,
nice.
Now
don't lie. Just kidding. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the reason why, man, you got me beat. Most people, you know, they've been to places in the States and stuff. You definitely got me beat. Probably by about 30 countries.
No, I'm only 13.
Okay, so you got me beat, in theory, by going to 12 more countries.
You've been to Israel and the U.S.
Yeah, I've been. So I went to Israel. My dad had, he's in threat and fraud assessment, kind of, and law and other things. So he was working near Iraq, and we lived in central Israel for 4 years, and we went straight from Oklahoma to Israel.
That sounds like a little bit of a change.
Culture change, culture shock, yeah, a bunch of things. And then we are now living in Montana, so because his parents were looking here before they passed away. So that's basically why we're here. And other than that, I went to New Jersey 2 years ago to go see the Rolling Stones in concert.
Nice.
Yeah. Went to
Seattle, Washington 2 years in a row for PAX.
Very cool.
Thinking about going to Comic-Con this year in San Diego.
Oh,
chances are looking worse and worse as time goes on. But
yeah. My dad and I are looking to go, not this year, but next year to E3. But, you know, Montana, California, that's kind of a big difference. So we're seeing if that's gonna work. But I'd really like to go to E3.
I remind you, Kentucky, Seattle, Washington.
Yep.
That's
the one I'd actually like to go to. I'm not sure by the name, so I'm not going to try to sound like I know what I'm talking about. But the one that takes place in Germany, it's the biggest gaming convention in the world.
I got you.
And that would be nice to go to. But going to Germany, I think I might have to skip that.
Going to Germany would be cool, but
yeah, maybe.
What I would suggest is if you can, go to like a smaller one, because I went to something called Gen Con.
Okay.
A month or two before I went to PAX, I think. And that'll kind of get you in the convention, how they're like.
Right.
They're fantastic.
Yeah, I guess the only conventions I really went to, I was big into anime when I was younger. When I lived in Israel, you know, I do the whole dress up thing, go to the anime cons and stuff. Yeah. And I'm kind of out of that vibe thing right now, but it was fun to go to a couple of years to those.
Yeah.
But yeah, E3 is something that I would like to do, but who knows?
Well, if you join Phoenix TV and we get big enough, you know.
Yeah, why not? Take a trip there. Let's see. I'm gonna go with a flamethrower. Completely taken out of context. Yeah, that was really funny the other day when I said that one message and you're like, so awkward taken out of context. I actually laughed out loud to that.
He lolled. He didn't LQTM, he lolled.
No, yeah, I don't use that. It's like lol and it's like what, lots of laughs. Okay. I don't think I've really ever used it in chat.
I use it because, well, it's hard to tell what I mean part of the time because I'm kind of sarcastic on occasion. So I throw in a lull, so it's like, hey, I'm being non-serious. Don't take me.
Well, that was really funny. Should I say in voice what I did say to explain? He's like when we were talking about meeting up to do Left 4 Dead before his Mac decided to Mac out, but Mac out. We were talking about how long we were going to film for, and I'm like, well, you might need some caffeine because I can go for hours. And I said it, you know, in good faith, not inappropriate or anything. And then he goes, "That's so awkward, taken out of context." And I look at it, and I'm like, "That really is." And so it was kind of funny. That's kind of a funny thing. Because most of the time when you, I shouldn't say when most people do it because a lot of people are inappropriate and stuff, but most of the time when I'm talking and people get, you know, like they say, oh, that's what she said, or any of those, you don't realize what you said until you say it, because you're speaking normal and their mind is 100% on inappropriate, and that's not referring to you. But that was good. You got me on that, and I approve.
As long as you approve.
Yeah. So that was that whole thing. I told Chance about that one, and he thought that was really funny. But yeah, maybe someday we can get some Left 4 Dead in there, because that would be interesting to do.
Telling me, I'd just be happy if my Mac would stop acting up.
Running PC here. Oh,
I guess the rest of the job easier, just not play games.
Yeah. So, and you know, and yeah, I think it would be entertaining, because if you've realized it or not, we've been talking for like 2 hours straight. And it's been really entertaining on my side personally. 2
hours, my God.
Yeah.
It sounds like Pro Wrestling X Days, where we'd record a 5-hour show in one sitting.
Yeah. Well, it looks like we might be kicking out Ellen DeGeneres or something. Oh, that brings up a thing. Have you seen any B2 Rad stuff?
I have not.
He and I have done like some Gary's Mod. We actually just filmed before I got on here some more Gary's Mod and everything. Those will be up. But he lives in England as well. And whenever we film, for some reason, we bring up Miley Cyrus.
Wonderful.
And we both hate her. You know, well, not hate her, because, you know, hate's a strong word, but dislike, or I don't know what we'd use for her.
For you and viewers who do not like Miley Cyrus, feel free to tune into the fictional Fight Club match between Katniss Everdeen and Miley Cyrus.
Nice! I approve. So, when we are done filming, we filmed for about 3 hours.
Yeah. And
when we were done, I checked over our stuff, and I realized that my voice wasn't in there.
Oh.
Perhaps had it turned off. It had gone back to defaults, and it turned my voice off. So all we heard was the game and him talking. So he had exclusive episodes to upload on his channel.
Ooh.
So in every channel, for some reason, in every episode, we talk about Miley Cyrus. So we tagged her in our tweet, and he's like, "Go check out our episode of Gary's Mod, and Miley Cyrus is featured in there."
Oh Lord.
So I'm like, "Why did you tag Miley Cyrus?" And he goes, "I don't know." And then he's like, "I wouldn't tag." He goes, we wouldn't be talking about her if she wasn't such." And he used some word that that I'm not going to repeat. But so we went back and forth for like, you remember that one conversation we had the other night that went on for like an hour or something?
And you had Miley Cyrus tagged in it every time.
And every time, like, we were tagging Instadific, we have Miley Cyrus. And I'm like, what if she retweets this? And he goes, if she retweets this, I'm going to love her forever. So she didn't retweet it, unfortunately. And, which is no surprise, you know, she has 20 million followers. I'm pretty sure ours didn't even show up.
Indeed.
And then I'm like, hey, in each episode we should talk about a different celebrity and tag them. And maybe, just maybe, one of them will retweet it one day. So he tried to tag Ellen DeGeneres in one, and then we tagged Miley Cyrus some more, and of course they didn't retweet him. So we're still working on that. But I brought up that whole thing. Yeah, I really don't think we're going to get anywhere with that, but I really don't know. It was just entertaining.
Big Tony had Jeff Ramsey of Rooster Teeth retweet one of his things.
Really?
He's very happy about that.
That's really cool.
And he had another celebrity retweet him. I wouldn't say who, because it was, you know, and this is the reason why I can't Google myself, because he has the same name as a celebrity. And so he tagged him in it, and the guy retweeted it because it's pretty funny. But
that's cool. I'm trying to think. I've had David's parody retweet one of my posts. He basically does. Basically, that's where the 50 Shades of Grey with the water and the mouth thing. He does a lot of parodies and pranks and stuff. That's where that idea came from. He's kind of bigger. He's got, I think, 50,000 followers, so he's not huge.
Yeah.
I also have had like for some reason I follow whoever follows me. So I guess I accidentally did someone's name wrong. I was to one of my friends named Anna, and this girl's name is Anna Taught You, and she has like 150,000 followers on Twitter.
Yeah.
So she retweeted, and she's like a famous rapper or something. I didn't even know who she was.
Wonderful.
So those are the two that I can claim.